Hypixel is the biggest server in Minecraft, which means it has the most players, and the more players you have, the harder it gets to moderate the server, which could sometimes lead into weird ban reasons and funny punishments. So today, we will be looking at some of the funniest ban reasons that have happened on Hypixel which I could find, whether it's done manually by a moderator or automatically by Watchdog. The first one is 61.2% of our viewers. They all got banned because they aren't subscribed. Like, damn, that is a lot. If you're not subscribed, then make sure you are to be under 150k subs gained or under 200k gained, depends on when this video releases. Anyways, let's start with the vid. So the first funny ban is the good morning incident, which involves a guy called Deotime. Deotime is a really nice guy and loves greeting all of his friends in his guild. But there was an issue. He had so many friends to greet and just simply couldn't keep up. So he decided to make a bot, and what that bot does is that every time someone says hi or hello or good morning in his guild's chat, the bot automatically says hello or good morning back, followed by that person's name. And just like that, Deotime was able to easily greet everyone and win the nicest guy award. But one day, Deotime decided to play Bed Wars with a friend, so he partied them. And upon joining the party, that friend said good morning to Deotime in the party chat. The bot instantly noticed the kind good morning message and it very politely sent one back to his friend. But because this bot wasn't programmed to properly work in party chats, it saw its own good morning message and got confused. So it sent good morning back to itself and then sent one to itself again and again and again and again and got stuck in an infinite loop of kindness and greeting itself. And nearly instantly, the Hypixel anti-spam system picked this up, as you can see from the screenshots provided by Deotime himself. And after a few seconds, this happened. Yep, he got a 30 days ban for this. I guess it's completely his fault for not coding the bot properly, which resulted in this really funny incident. And now, Deotime has to very sadly type out every single good morning message manually. If you ever got in a lobby with him, make sure you say good morning Deotime. I'm sure he will appreciate it and say good morning back to you too. But speaking of kindness, you could be very kind and use our creator code HellCastle in the Hypixel store to support this channel. It would be very kind of you and most likely won't get you banned. Now, we have 3 consecutive stories that are a bit similar but are all quirky in their own way. They all involve this thing called an Autoclicker. Skyblock is a very tedious game and requires you to click your mouse thousands of times to achieve certain goals. And in order to avoid carpal tunnel, these 3 players decided to use an Autoclicker, which probably was the worst decision they could have made. So, let's start with Nonished. This story involves the Dark Ocean and Sirius. If you don't know, Sirius spawns at the door of this creepy shack every real life hour to sell you overpowered items that you can't obtain anywhere else. Nowadays, in order to get in, all you have to do is click on Sirius only once. He scans the coins you have in your purse and only lets in the 20 richest players that clicked on him. But back in 2019, he only let in the first 20 people to click on him. Nonished really wanted to get into the Dark Ocean to check what's up and potentially get his hands on some illegal OP weapons, you know, just like all of us. Nonished kept trying to get into the Dark Ocean again and again and again, and it never let him in because of the dumb queue system. And after 9 hours of trying and failing, he said screw it and turned on an Autoclicker to drastically increase his chances of getting in. But, well, of course, the Hypixel anti-cheat instantly found him and he got a 30 days ban for it. The next one comes from MNNN. This one involves the most annoying things to obtain in Skyblock: fairy souls. Some fairy souls are purposefully shoved inside walls for some reason, and you need to break that wall quick enough in order to click on the soul and obtain it. This is usually easy, but for people with really low ping, this could be impossible sometimes, or at least used to be. And after a bunch of failed attempts, MNNN decided to just turn on an Autoclicker, and maybe that could help. But nope, They just got a 30-day ban for it, just like Nonished. The last auto-clicking related one comes from a guy called TTUXIC, or Toxic. Toxic's hand was really hurting after killing hundreds of tier 4 Enderman Slayers and clicking on his mouse tens of thousands of times. So he decided to boot up an autoclicker to save himself a visit to a physiotherapist. But we all know that's not how Skyblock works. The only way to earn stuff is from suffering. Toxic was able to use the autoclicker for a little bit without being detected. But then, a single lag spike happened, and his 10 CPS turned into 1000 CPS. And Hypixel really didn't like that, so he got banned and wiped for it. Now, it's time for the main plate of today's dinner, the story all of you clicked on this video for, the June 2 potato incident. I'll have to explain a few things before telling it to you for it to make sense. There's lots of illegal IRL trading and duping that happens on Hypixel Skyblock, and there's so many of those that the admins can't manually chase them down. So they made an automated system that tracks down people who very suspiciously gain lots of wealth or collections suddenly, and it flags them and bans them if it thought that's the right call to do. On an unknown date in 2020, a guy called D4MIT, or Dammit, was just peacefully wandering around in a Skyblock hub when a guy randomly sends him a trade request. That person puts 1 potato in the trade. Now, Dammit was a little bit confused. Like, why would someone be nice enough to randomly give you a potato? He didn't really question it much and simply accepted it. A few days later, on June 2, Dammit woke up to a Hypixel ban and a wipe. He was really confused and scared, as he hadn't done anything wrong, so he messages support about it. And luckily for him, support was really quick and efficient and actually got back to him quickly. They said to him, "Please be careful with trades in the future. You accepted some potatoes from a botter many moons ago. After comparing the value of the trade versus your wealth, along with how long ago this trade was, we've gone ahead and reverted your ban." From that message, we can conclude that the person who traded him that singular potato was either an IRL trader or a potato duper. So the system flagged the poor Dammit and thought he was buying duped items or coins from that person and decided to yeet him out of the server. It's just crazy and really funny to me how a potato can get someone banned from Hypixel. It also makes for a really good title and thumbnail. That's how you're here. Remember kids, don't do potatoes. What you should do though is like this video and subscribe if you made it till the end. If you have any funny banned stories like this, make sure you join our Discord server and type it out in this channel or DM it to me. Okay, see ya. Have a nice day.